Welcome to the Brain Booster YouTube channel. Today, we're excited to delve into the fascinating country of Guatemala. Located in Central America, this country is known for its rich culture, history, and beautiful landscapes. Guatemala has a population of approximately 16 million people and its capital city is Guatemala City. The country is bordered by Mexico to the north and west, the Pacific Ocean to the southwest, Belize to the northeast, the Caribbean to the east, Honduras to the east and El Salvador to the southeast. Stay with us as we explore the many facets of this incredible country, from its ancient Mayan heritage to its modern-day challenges and opportunities. Guatemala has a rich history dating back to pre-Columbian times. The Maya civilization, one of the most advanced ancient civilizations in the Americas, flourished in what is now Guatemala for over 2,000 years. The Mayas developed a complex system of writing, mathematics, and astronomy, and built impressive architectural structures such as pyramids and temples. The Mayas' society was divided into city-states, each with its own ruler. The most powerful city-states were Tikal, Calakmul, and Copan. The Mayas' civilization declined in the 9th century, possibly due to overpopulation, warfare, and environmental degradation. After the fall of the Mayan civilization, Guatemala was conquered by the Spanish in the 16th century. The Spanish brought Christianity and introduced new technologies, such as horses and firearms. The indigenous peoples were forced to convert to Christianity and to work on Spanish-owned farms and mines. The Spanish also brought new diseases which greatly reduced the population. Guatemala gained independence from Spain in 1821 and became part of the Mexican Empire and later the United Provinces of Central America. In 1839, Guatemala became an independent republic. Today, Guatemala is a democratic republic with a president as the head of state and government. The country has had a tumultuous political history, marked by coups, dictatorships, civil war, and human rights abuses. The 36-year-long civil war, which ended in 1996, resulted in the deaths of an estimated 200,000 people, mostly indigenous Mayas. In recent years, Guatemala has made progress in addressing human rights abuses and improving its democratic institutions, but the country still faces many challenges. Corruption remains a major problem, and many government officials and business leaders have been accused of embezzlement and money laundering. In terms of the economy, Guatemala is one of the poorest countries in Latin America. The country has a small, open economy that is highly dependent on exports, particularly of agricultural products such as coffee, sugar, and bananas. The country also has a large informal economy, which employs the majority of the population. Guatemala is also a major exporter of textiles and clothing. The unemployment rate is high, around 3.5%, and poverty is widespread, with over 60% of the population living below the poverty line. The government has implemented some economic reforms in recent years, such as reducing tariffs and promoting foreign investment, but more needs to be done to improve the country's economic situation and reduce poverty and inequality. Guatemala is a country with a rich and diverse culture. The population is made up of a mix of indigenous and mestizo people. The indigenous population, who make up around 40% of the population, are descended from the ancient Mayans and have their own unique cultures and languages. The mestizo population, who make up around 60% of the population, are of mixed indigenous and European descent. Indigenous people in Guatemala still maintain many of their traditional customs and practices, such as weaving, pottery, and traditional medicine. They also continue to speak their traditional languages, including Kich, Kaqchikel, and Mam. The mestizo population, on the other hand, has been heavily influenced by Spanish culture and language. This has led to a fusion of traditional Mayan and Spanish customs, resulting in a unique and diverse culture. Both the indigenous and mestizo populations have contributed to the country's rich cultural heritage, making Guatemala a fascinating destination for those interested in learning about different cultures and traditions. Traditional Mayan clothing is known for its bright colors and intricate embroidery. The use of vibrant colors is believed to have spiritual significance, with each color representing a different element of nature or a specific meaning. For example, red is associated with the earth, blue with the sky, and yellow with the sun. Women typically wear long skirts, called cortez, and a blouse, called a huipil. The huipils are usually made of lightweight cotton or handmade textiles and are often embroidered with intricate designs. Men typically wear a white cotton shirt, called a guayabera, and pants. Both men and women also wear belts, called fajas, which are often decorated with beads and tassels. The traditional clothing is not only a visual representation of Mayan culture but also carries a significant symbolic meaning. The designs and colors used in the clothing are often related to the person's status, occupation, and even the specific Mayan calendar. The traditional clothing is also an important part of the Mayan culture and is worn during ceremonies and festivals. It is also used to preserve and pass on the cultural heritage from one generation to another. It is also regarded as a symbol of pride and identity for the Mayan people. Guatemalan cuisine is a rich and diverse blend of indigenous Mayan, Spanish, and other global influences. Traditional dishes are often hearty and made with locally sourced ingredients such as corn, beans, and chili peppers. Some popular dishes include tamales, a traditional dish made from corn dough filled with meat, vegetables, or cheese, and then wrapped in banana leaves. Pipian, a thick stew made with meat, vegetables, and a spicy tomato-based sauce. Chuchitos, small steamed corn tortillas filled with meat or cheese. Corn is a staple ingredient in many traditional dishes, and it is also a central part of the Mayan culture. It is believed that the Mayans considered corn to be a gift from the gods, and it is still used in many ceremonies and festivals. Food plays an important role in Mayan culture and is often used in ceremonies and festivals. For example, tamales are often served at funerals, while pipian is often served at weddings. Food is not only a source of nourishment but also a way of preserving and passing on the cultural heritage from one generation to another. The traditional dishes are often passed down from family members and are prepared using techniques passed down through generations. In summary, Guatemalan cuisine is a reflection of the country's rich and diverse culture, with traditional dishes that are deeply rooted in the Mayan heritage and culture. Guatemala is home to many vibrant and colorful festivals throughout the year that reflect the country's rich cultural heritage. Some of the most popular festivals include Day of the Dead, also known as Dia de los Muertos, is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd to honor deceased loved ones. It's a blend of indigenous and Catholic customs. Families gather to remember and celebrate the lives of their loved ones who have passed away. Feast of St. James, also known as Fiesta de Santiago, is a celebration of the patron saint of Guatemala, Santiago. It takes place on July 25th and is celebrated with parades, traditional music, and dance. Festivals play a significant role in Mayan culture. They provide a platform for the Mayan people to preserve their cultural heritage and pass it on to future generations. The festivals are often centered around traditional music, dance, and dress, which are all important aspects of Mayan culture. The use of traditional dress, music, and dance during festivals is not only a way to celebrate, but also a way to keep the tradition alive. Festivals provide a space for the Mayan people to come together and share their cultural heritage with one another and with visitors. In conclusion, festivals in Guatemala are a vibrant celebration of the country's rich cultural heritage and provide a platform for the Mayan people to preserve their culture and pass it on to future generations. We encourage our listeners to learn more about Guatemala's culture and history, and to visit the country to experience it firsthand. Visiting the country will give you the opportunity to discover the beauty of the country, meet the friendly locals, and also get a deeper understanding of the culture. Guatemala has become a popular destination for those looking for a unique and immersive travel experience. The country's tourism industry has grown in recent years, with more and more visitors flocking to the country to explore its rich culture, history, and natural beauty. We'll take a closer look at some of the popular tourist destinations in the country and what makes them so special. Antigua, also known as Santiago de Guatemala, is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Guatemala. The city is known for its well-preserved colonial architecture and rich history. The city was founded in 1543 and was the former capital of Guatemala until 1773. The city's architecture reflects its Spanish colonial past, and many of the buildings have been well preserved, making it a popular destination for those interested in history and architecture. One of the most popular attractions in Antigua is the Cathedral of San Jose, which is a stunning example of Spanish colonial architecture. The Convent of Capuchinas is another popular attraction. It was founded in 1736 and is an excellent example of the city's colonial architecture. The Central Park is also a must-see. It's a great place to relax and enjoy the beautiful colonial buildings surrounding it. Antigua is also known for its reputation as a destination for Spanish language study. The city is home to many language schools, and it's a great place to learn Spanish while immersing yourself in the local culture. The city is also known for its culinary tourism. The city is home to many excellent restaurants that serve traditional Guatemalan dishes, and it's a great place to sample local flavors and learn about the country's cuisine. Lake Atitlán is a stunning natural wonder located in the highlands of Guatemala. The lake is surrounded by 3 volcanoes, which provide a dramatic backdrop to the crystal-clear waters of the lake. The lake is also surrounded by traditional Mayan villages, where visitors can learn about the Mayan culture and way of life. One of the most popular activities at Lake Atitlán is hiking. The surrounding volcanoes offered many hiking opportunities, with trails that range from easy to challenging. Kayaking is also a popular activity on the lake. It's an excellent way to explore the lake's many bays and inlets. Visiting local markets is another way to experience the local culture. The markets are a great place to buy traditional crafts, textiles, and food. Lake Atitlán holds spiritual significance to the Mayan people. The lake is considered sacred, and many ceremonies and rituals are performed on its shores. The lake's reputation as a destination for ecotourism and cultural immersion make it an attractive destination for visitors looking to immerse themselves in the local culture. Additionally, Lake Atitlán is known for its picturesque villages that are dotted around the lake. Each village has its own unique culture, customs and traditions that visitors can learn about and experience. Visitors can enjoy the traditional textiles, handicrafts, and food that are unique to each village. The lake is also an ideal destination for those interested in outdoor activities such as kayaking, fishing, and birdwatching. The lake is home to over 30 species of fish, and the surrounding forests are home to a wide variety of bird species. Overall, Lake Atitlán is a unique destination that offers visitors the chance to experience natural beauty, rich culture, and tradition all in one place. Whether you're interested in hiking, kayaking, visiting traditional villages, or immersing yourself in the local culture, Lake Atitlán is sure to have something for everyone. Another great way to experience Lake Atitlán is by taking a boat tour around the lake. These boat tours provide a great opportunity to take in the stunning views of the lake and the surrounding volcanoes. Many of the boat tour operators offer guided tours that provide information about the history and culture of the area. The lake is also an important destination for those interested in spiritual and wellness tourism. The lake's natural beauty and spiritual significance to the Mayan people make it an ideal destination for those looking for a spiritual or meditative experience. Visitors can find many retreat centers, yoga centers, and spas that offer wellness programs and activities on the shores of the lake. Lake Atitlán is a must-visit destination for those interested in nature, culture, and outdoor activities. The lake's natural beauty, traditional Mayan villages, and reputation as a destination for ecotourism, cultural immersion, and wellness tourism make it an ideal destination for visitors of all interests. Whether you want to hike, kayak, fish, birdwatch, or simply take in the stunning views, Lake Atitlán has something for everyone. While Guatemala has much to offer visitors in terms of culture, history, and natural beauty, it also faces a number of significant challenges. One of the most pressing issues is poverty. According to the World Bank, approximately 60% of the population lives below the poverty line, and around 25% of the population lives in extreme poverty. This poverty is often accompanied by limited access to education and healthcare, which contribute to a cycle of poverty and poor living conditions. Another major challenge that the country faces is crime. Guatemala has one of the highest crime rates in Central America, with high levels of violence and drug trafficking. This crime can make travel to certain areas of the country dangerous and puts a strain on the economy and the safety of citizens and tourists. The government and non-governmental organizations are working to address these challenges through various programs and initiatives, but it's important for visitors to be aware of these issues and take necessary safety precautions when traveling in the country. While Guatemala offers many unique and exciting experiences for visitors, it's also important to be aware of the challenges the country is facing. Visitors should inform themselves about the current situation and take necessary precautions to ensure a safe and enjoyable trip. While Guatemala has much to offer visitors in terms of culture, history, and natural beauty, it also faces a number of significant challenges. One of the most pressing issues is poverty. According to the World Bank, approximately 60% of the population lives below the poverty line, and around 25% of the population lives in extreme poverty. This poverty is often accompanied by limited access to education and healthcare, which contribute to a cycle of poverty and poor living conditions. Another major challenge that the country faces is crime. Guatemala has one of the highest crime rates in Central America, with high levels of violence and drug trafficking. This crime can make travel to certain areas of the country dangerous and puts a strain on the economy and the safety of citizens and tourists. The government and non-governmental organizations are working to address these challenges through various programs and initiatives, but it's important for visitors to be aware of these issues and take necessary safety precautions when traveling in the country. Thank you for listening to the Brain Booster podcast and joining us on our journey to discover more about Guatemala. We hope you have enjoyed learning about the country's rich culture, history, and natural beauty. From the colonial architecture of Antigua to the natural wonders of Lake Atitlán, Guatemala truly has something for everyone. We also discussed some of the challenges that the country is facing, such as poverty and crime, and we hope that this has provided a more nuanced understanding of the country. As you continue to explore and learn more about Guatemala, we recommend visiting the country to experience the culture firsthand. Whether you're interested in hiking, kayaking, visiting traditional villages, or immersing yourself in the local culture, there is always something new to discover. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more videos about Guatemala and other fascinating destinations around the world. Thank you again for listening to the Brain Booster podcast, and we hope you'll join us again for our next adventure.